gotta go on.
I'm taking notes. I'm taking.
You're taking notes?
I'm taking notes because I'm probably gonna make a proper video. Like, but I'm raging right now. I'm proper furious. I
Good. Unleash your hate.
Can you feel the anger, the hate? This movie is not a bad movie. It's a soulless abomination. This thing is cursed. And people are like, well, you just say that because you're blinded by your love of G4. And I'm like, yeah, well, if you make a movie that's a sequel to G4, I'm gonna compare it to the prequel. In fact, okay, you know what? Fine.
That's like saying it's like the Star Wars fans that have like only seen the sequels, and they're like, the sequels are good. And it's like, there's already been an established universe here,
okay.
alright?
Well, send me an invite to your posse, but like, let me rant a bit. Like, ignoring G4, like I was like, I will go into this and pretend it's its own thing and see how it stands on its own. It does not stand on its own. It does not stand on its own. It's miserable.
I'm sure it doesn't.
It's disgusting.
Oh
my gosh.
Like there were. Oops.
I'm just gonna go on like I don't even have like like a path of what. There was just
you just gotta like start wherever you can.
The opening of the movie
I remember this feeling after the sequels.
The opening of the movie was like this like 2D animated, like, you know, like in Toy Story 3 where they're playing with their toys and it feels like an action sequence and it's like, ah, just kidding, we're playing with our toys, right?
Yeah.
They had an opening like that with the main six, and it was actually just Sunny and her friends playing with toys, right? And it's supposed to be like, oh, remember the main six? And it's like, no, this felt more like an insult. Remember in Spider-Man Far From Home where it was like, and die! Over the pictures of the dead Avengers, and it was like, oh yeah, we're gonna turn the dead into a joke. That's literally what this felt like. It felt like an insult. It's inherent.
That is what they do.
Yes!
I don't get it. Everyone follows the same formula. Oh, we're not just gonna like not make the characters you like Luke, you know.
Yeah.
We're not just gonna make them like, oh, they weren't as good as they used to be. No. We're actually gonna like insult them.
We're gonna insult their memory
and make you question everything. Like, oh, I'm looking at you, Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
It's like, why do they all use the same formula?
Because. And there's another line in another. I'll tell you why.
Like
because let the past die. Let the past die. Kill it if you have to. Music was straight up garbage. All right. The two best songs were like the Glowing Up song, which is like a very pop song. And everyone like when that song first came out, I was like, wow, this feels like a pop song, not like a My Little Pony song. But it's like, okay, yeah, the character who wrote it is a pop star, so that makes sense, right? And then there's this other one.
Yeah.
There's another one that Izzy sings. However, I'm gonna have to take points off because there's literally a line in the song where it says, "This is where we shake our unicorn butts," and it has like the closest close-up of a horse's butt I have ever seen in My Little Pony, and I've seen Fluttershy. Okay, so that's saying something. I thought Zip was gonna be like you know, the one that we were like, it looks like the SJW soccer player. No, apparently she's like the best character in the movie? Nani? What? I know, right? It's shocking. There's a scene where like none of the Pegasus can fly, right? So you're like, oh, okay. And then Zip's like, I come down here to get away from it all, and she like turns on a giant fan, and since she has wings, she can kind of like float on, you know, the fan. And I'm like, just like, wow, imagine what that must feel like to a pony who has never flown in her life to be able to just hover like that, you know? And just maybe for the briefest of moments, she could grasp onto her dreams. And I'm like, holy cow! My cold dead heart actually felt something. There's something good in this movie! Then, like, Sunny is like, peace with the unicorns. And then she finally meets a unicorn in real life. And it's like, whoa, better not zap me with a laser. And I'm like, hold on, that's what the racist ponies are saying. That's something the ponies you're protesting would say. Why are you now saying it? They're like, we need to find the crystals to bring, which we all know that's BS, alright? We all know that's BS. So we need to find the crystals to bring magic back, and they go to this room. Okay, they go to this room. It's literally like when Rey finds Anakin's lightsaber, and it's like, oh, remember the nostalgia? They go in this room, and they see a stained glass window, not even of Twilight, just her cutie mark, and I was like, and then I looked, and I was like, I feel nothing. Like, it's supposed to be like a nostalgia mode, to be like, remember the good times? And I was like, it's not working. Like, no, you're not convincing me. I'm not falling for that trick. I'm not. No, I feel nothing. And so they're like, wait, there's a crystal here, and then the unicorns have a crystal. Maybe if we combine the crystals, why did I just get a hatchet? Did you just throw a hatchet at me? Because I got one in my inventory all of a sudden.
Yep.
Thank you, I guess.
You're welcome.
The point is, though, they go in this room and they're like, these two crystals, maybe if we combine the unicorn crystal and the Pegasus crystal, magic will come back. And I was like, yeah, what about the Earth Pony crystal? Do the Earth Ponies have a crystal? And like half the movie, they're like, when we get these two crystals, and I'm like, 3? When we get these two crystals, 3? We have the 3. Like, not even dummy mistakes on the part of the writing, because like they get the 2 crystals and obviously it doesn't work without the 3rd one. Dummy mistakes on the characters, because it's like, we are 3 species of ponies: Earth ponies, unicorn, Pegasi. However, only 2 crystals required for the process. Okay, we're gonna talk about the villain, air quotes. Remember Red Pony Sussy, if you ask me? He has such mommy issues. You think he'd be like Homelander from The Boys. He's like, but mommy, I'm being an evil villain, mommy.
Don't worry, Mommy.
Yes, I am, Mommy.
Mommy? 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 I'm in charge!
Mommy.
What? They actually reference the villain's mom.
The villain's mom is literally following him around, being like, sweetie, maybe this is... But mommy. But mommy. The only redeeming part, the only thing I found funny about him was like freaking... He's like everyone loves Hitch. Hitch is the yellow one. He's like the main guy character. He's like the sheriff, right? So he's like, everyone loves Hitch. He's good looking. He's the sheriff. He's paid off mortgage.
Wait, what?
That was like one of the only good lines in the movie. I was like, he's jealous of his mortgage. There are no original creatures. Like, Friendship is Magic was like, okay, yeah, we live in a magical world with ponies, so we need to make some, like, butt obnoxious monsters. Like, the freaking... Hold on, I'm looking it up right now. Like, because in the movie it was like, oh, we're gonna have, like, in the Pegasus City, there's gonna be, like... a freaking, like, animals are gonna have wings, so we're gonna have a dog that has wings, we're gonna have rats that have wings. It's like, ha ha. And then Friendship is Magic. We got like Azulado, we got Breezies, we got Bugbears, we got Changelings, Cockatrice, we got Draconiquas, we have Flashbees, a tri-horned bunyip. Top that! A tri-horned bunyip that likes zucchini sandwiches.
Okay, this...
Tiny stepper. Sunny gets into a dance contest and she loses 2 of the rounds, and it's like, if she wins this final round, she'll win, right? So she kind of turns to her friends, and the pony pop star is like, feel the rhythm. Can you feel it? And suddenly Sunny magically understands how to dance, and I'm like, no, back up. You have a famous pop star pony who literally knows music. She's like, I've studied music. I've studied cadence and rhythm. I could give you some like real life rhythmic like dance advice. And
wait, this feels like a Rey feel the force moment, like, and then all of a sudden she just has it.
You could have literally had, like, again, minimal effort and be like, this brings so much more character to Pip, because that's the pop star pony, because she understands. She's grown up understanding music, and it's like she could use her actual knowledge of music.
No!
Here in my garage.
So who gives her the pointers then if it's not Pip?
No, but it's like it literally could be like here in my garage with my music knowledge. Like, and that's the thing. She doesn't get points. Pip literally goes like, "Do you feel the music?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm feeling it." And suddenly she's just like, "Sigma Sunny," just. The animation is so beautiful. It's gorgeous animation. You can tell these animators poured their heart and soul into this movie. They loved this movie. But then the writers were just like, let me just pee on the script. There we go. I need to write these down while I'm telling you this. Advice, not creative creatures. Where the heck is everyone? Half the time, they're in open nothingness. Like, you would think they're playing Red Dead Redemption 2 because there's no civilization anywhere. My Little Pony, like, Equestria felt like it was a fucking continent. There were millions of ponies everywhere. But then in this, which takes place, like, you know, afterwards, we don't even know how long afterwards. There's just nothingness. I was like, was there a war or something? I don't know. This feels like the Force Awakens of My Little Pony. I'm writing this down. Hold on.
Yep.
I so called that when I was like, what Sunny is gonna do to Twilight, what Rey did to Luke. We're not there yet. Okay, we'll come back to that. The Force Awakens, I need to write down these notes. She's sitting in her house being like, "Hello, darkness, my old friend," you know, like, "Wake me up inside." And she picks up, you will literally, I almost had a stroke when this happened, because I was like, where's the third crystal? Because each leader of each species, the unicorn and the Pegasus, like, they both had the crystal, right? So I was like, maybe the Earth Pony leader has the crystal. She goes back to her house, and I'm like, it's in the house somewhere. Her dad made her a childhood kaleidoscope lamp crystal. The crystal's in the lamp!
In her house.
In her house!
There's a third crystal! Follow me!
What?
So where'd you last leave it?
Dude, and then, like, she's like, literally my girlfriend and I said to each other, it's like, you found the third crystal. Now you have to go and get the other two, which you gave back. But, oh, no. They happen to just follow her back to her house, like the unicorn and the Pegasus. Remember when the unicorn and Pegasus, they were about to fight like 2 scenes ago, and now they just conveniently are getting along, and they have these crystals. By the way, Sprout the red pony has literally created a death machine at this point. Like, and I know this is, I'm
like the Death Star, maybe.
And I know I'm kind of rushing this on. Yeah, they made a Darth Vader joke, by the way. And I know I'm kind of rushing this information on you, but that's okay because that's what the movie did to me. It just rushed all this information on me without really thinking about it. So I feel like I'll just do the same to you and just give you this information without thinking about it because, you know, that's the only consideration the movie gave me. Like, and then
so it's only fair.
So it's only fair. Yeah, so they take the crystals, and, like, she finds a fucking indentation in her house where all 3 of the crystals work. But we know the crystals don't actually bring magic back, so I'm like, why was this indentation that perfectly fits these crystals built into her house? No, not explained. Not explained. Alright?
Nah.
That makes too much sense. It's literally like a good question for another time. They crush Izzy's house, and then suddenly everyone's like, we should just stop fighting. And Izzy's like, maybe the real magic was the friends we made along the way. Oh my gosh, dude. The problem is, she, like, magic returns, and she gets, like, a glowy horn and wings. So you're like, she's an alicorn, right? That's the thing. I have no idea. Because her glowy wings and horn look luminescent and see-through like they're holograms. So me and my girlfriend are watching this and it's like, is she an alicorn? Is she not an alicorn? Is this a temporary thing? Has magic come back? How?
A good story.
How?
For another time.
A good question for...
Good question for another time.
And then, like, the ponies, the Pegasus get their magic back. They can start flying. The unicorns get their magic back. They can start floating stuff. How did the Pegasus, who have never flown in their lives, suddenly know how to fly? Why? How do the unicorns who've never used magic in their life, so how do we know they've never used it in their life? Because how long ago was magic lost? Izzy said many moons ago. What is a moon, okay? How long ago were the main six? I need answers. I need answers.
Look how they massacred my boy.
Look how they massacred my girls. Like,
My ponies.
look how they massacred my waifu. Oh my gosh.
Anime waifu? Nah. Pony waifu.
Everyone knows Equestria's
economy.
economy. Everyone knows Equestria's economy is based on a delicate balance of waifu material. Alright? G5 is flooding the market with cheap waifus. It's gonna degrade the value of the other ones. If you need to try and have fun with something, is it really that good if you need to make an actual effort to have fun? I went into this looking at it as if it was not connected to G4, so it doesn't even stand up on its own not connected to G4, but the fact that they marketed it as connected to G4, you cannot help but compare it, because it's supposed to be a quote-unquote sequel, so...
Well, of course, because you know why? Somebody's sitting in some kind of office like, yeah, that'll be money, marketed as G4.
That
Nobody
marketed
gives a shit about
okay,
that writing.
yeah, no, I told my girlfriend, and I was like, I would hope they did not make enough money off of this to make a series, but it's Netflix, so they're gonna anyway. Like,
Yeah.
I genuinely hope this movie flops enough that they do not make a series, because if that series is anything like the movie, the writing is atrocious. It's absolutely atrocious writing. You should be ashamed of yourselves. You should be ashamed. I think I'm giving this movie 2 out of 10. It's a shit movie, okay? Like, in fact, that score may go down when I actually like write notes and do a thoughtful review of this thing, okay? I literally was driving home from watching this movie listening to Johnny Cash's Hurt, because I was like, this is how I feel about My Little Pony now. It's dead. It's dead. There's nothing salvageable here.